Hi everybody, it is Lindsay from Winding Road Crochet. Today I'm going to show you how to make the arcade blanket border that you see here. If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified of future videos. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. If you want the written instructions for this border or want to know how to make this blanket, you can find all that information on my blog. There will be a link in the description box. So here's the blanket that I'm going to be putting my arcade border stitch along. It is a waffle stitch blanket, and I picked this because of the stitch count along the side, which we'll discuss in just a minute. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using worsted weight yarn. This color is called Gold and Super Saver, Red Heart Super Saver, and then my hook is going to be a size J hook, and it just does not want to focus, but I am using a size J hook, which is the same hook size that I used for this blanket, which the base of the blanket is called Dusty Gray in the same yarn. And the first thing to know about doing this border is it does have a little bit more of a complex repeat. Every side needs to be a multiple of 6 plus 3. And I know that seems pretty complex, and that's why I designed this blanket specifically for this border. But if you count out, I think it's every 3 stitches equals this amount. So just see what you have on your blanket or design a blanket specifically with this border in mind. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to make a slip knot, insert our hook, and then we are going to work a standing double crochet into our chain 2 corner. So to do this, you're going to yarn over, use your finger to hold those loops in place, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and pull through 2 loops. That is our standing double crochet. Now we will chain 2, because that will be our corner, and then we are going to single crochet into the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3, and then you want to start our repeat. Our repeat will be chain 3, skip 3 stitches, and single crochet in the next 3 stitches. And you are just going to repeat this all the way down the row. So again, chain 3, skip 3, and single crochet 3, and just keep doing that until you reach your next corner. So then when you reach your corner, you should end with 3 single crochet right in those last 3 stitches. From here, for our corner, we will chain 2 and double crochet into the chain 2 corner. Then for our next side, we will chain 2 and repeat the process. Working into the first 3 stitches, you will single crochet into the first 3 stitches. We will chain 3, so 1, 2, and 3, skip 3 stitches, and single crochet into the next 3 stitches. Repeat this all the way down this row, repeat your corner again, and just continue repeating this until you reach the end of the blanket. So now I've reached another corner, and just as a reminder, I'm going to chain 2, I'm going to double crochet into my chain 2 corner, I'm going to chain 2 again for our corner, and then just repeat the process we did on the other sides. Again, repeat this all the way till you reach the first double crochet that we've made. So here we are right back at the beginning. I've just got one more single crochet to make in the very last stitch, and then we will chain 2 and slip stitch to the very first double crochet. There we go. Now we're ready for row 2. For row 2, we are going to chain 2. Now I do not count this chain 2 as a stitch, just my preference. I am going to work 2 double crochet into the double crochet that we just slip stitched to. All right, now we are going to work 5 double crochet into that chain 2 space. Just had to check my notes for a minute. So 2 double crochet, 3 double crochet, 4 double crochet, and 5 double crochet. And the nice thing is this is really just a 2-row repeat. So now we are going to skip a stitch and we are going to single crochet into that center single crochet. We'll skip another stitch and we're going to work 7 double crochet into that chain 3 space. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, now we're going to skip a stitch again and single crochet into that center single crochet. Now just repeat this process all the way down the row, working those 7 into the chain 3 space and a single crochet into the center single crochets. When you reach your corner, I'm going to single crochet into that center single crochet. And now we're ready to work our corner. It's going to be just like we just did, just working the full corner instead of half of the corner. We're going to work 5 double crochet into the chain 2 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Into the double crochet, we're going to work 3 double crochet. So 1, 2, and 3. Now just like the other side, we're going to work 5 double crochet into the chain 2 space. And then skip a stitch and single crochet into that center single crochet. That is your corner. So just like a really big shell. So now we're going to repeat the same process we did along the other side. So 7 double crochet into the chain space, single crochet, 7 double crochet. When you reach your corners again, you'll just repeat the same process. So I've worked my shells all the way around my project, and now I'm just working that last chain 2 space. So we're going to work 5 double crochet into the chain 2 space. And then once we get our 5 worked, we just want to complete that corner. And we're going to do so by working 1 more double crochet into that center double crochet. Now slip stitch to the very first double crochet. So as we start row 3, this is very, very similar to row 1 with just a few modifications. So we're going to start by chaining 2, and we're going to double crochet into the very first stitch, that very first double crochet. That's going to keep that center double crochet going up our corner. So now we are going to chain 2. Probably going to see me chain 3. I want you to chain 2. We're going to skip 1 stitch and we're going to single crochet into the next 3 stitches. So far it's sounding familiar? We're just going to start our repeat. So now we are going to chain 3, but this time we are going to skip 5 stitches. That's the way we're going to work our next 3 single crochets into the center of our previous row's shell. So chain 3, skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches, and single crochet into the next 3 stitches, which should be the 3 center stitches of a shell. Let's do this again. Chain 1, 2, 3. Skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and single crochet into the next 3. Repeat this until you reach the very corner that is going to take you up onto that corner shell. Just like you can see right here, I've already chained 3. I'm going to skip my next 5 stitches, so nothing's changed so far. I'm going to work 3 single crochet into the next 3 stitches, or 1 into each of the next 3 stitches. Now we're going to work our corner, so chain 2, skip 1 stitch, and work a double crochet into that very center double crochet. So we're going to chain 2 again, skip 1 stitch, and single crochet into the next 3 stitches. Now you're ready to work your repeat down the other side of your row. So to do that, you will chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. You will skip 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll get used to finding where the 3 centers are pretty quick. Work 3 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. Continue repeating all the way around the row. Work your corner in every corner piece and get back to the beginning. Alright, so here we are right back to the beginning. I've already made my 3 up along that corner shell, and now we're just going to chain 2 again and slip stitch to the very first double crochet. And there you have it, row 3 is done. So now for row 4, you are just going to repeat row 2, and I will go ahead and show you how to get started again. We're going to chain 2, work 2 double crochet into the first stitch. But as I said, it's just a repeat of row 2, so feel free to jump back and re-look at how we did that. And then to continue making this border as big as you like, we're going to chain 5 into the chain 2 space. To make this border as big as you like, just continue repeating rows 3 and row 2. Keep alternating them until you have as big of a border as you're looking for. I stopped at 3. I thought that's what looked good on this blanket, but you could definitely take it as far as you like. So I'm single crocheting into that center stitch. I'm going to work 7 double crochet into my spaces, single crochet in the center, and just do that all the way around my blanket, just like we did in row 2. So here you can have it. You can see that I've repeated rows 2 and 3 until I had a total of 3 shells patterns worked. You definitely want to stop at the end of a shell pattern, not at the end of the base pattern of your chains. But this is what your border looks like, and I really hope you found it a little bit easier than it looks. I think it looks very complex and is very beautiful. So I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And as always, thank you so much for watching.